I thought it'd be interesting to take a look at economic systems between games. So I thought I would start out with Stellaris and Sins of a Solar Empire 2. This would be kind of a mid-range dive, not a deep dive. So with that being said, I'm going to get started. Thought I'd take a look at what I consider to be the economic resources in Stellaris first. So those are pretty well represented at the top of the screen. We've got energy, gives you a breakdown of what's coming in, what's going out. Minerals, food, consumer goods, alloys. Influence, I don't really consider that an economic resource as such. And you've got rare resources, volatile moles, exotic gases, rare crystals, living metal, zero, dark matter, and nanites. Also, you've got pops. I consider that an economic resource. Here's a breakdown of where all the pops are. In Sins of a Solar Empire 2, resources are also represented at the top of the screen. You've got credit income, metal production, crystal production, and some exotics, which is Turanite, or Enderium, Kalinide, whatever, Anvar, and Ornarium, whatever. Anyway, you can read them. I can't pronounce them. In Stellaris, you start with 3 basic resources: energy credits, minerals, and food. You can gain more energy credits and food by building mining facilities around asteroids or planets. This one represents minerals. This is energy. You can also get more minerals or energy credits by going to a planet and building districts, generator district or mining district. You can also increase food production by building a agricultural district on a planet. That's generally not recommended by most players. Instead, they recommend you go to a star base and build a hydroponics bay, more efficient use of the space. In Sins 2, you also start with 3 basic resources: credit income, metal production, and crystal production. This gives you a breakdown of where everything's coming from. So to increase credit income, you would go to a planet and you increase the commerce track. This one's already maximized. The higher the level, the more credit income you get from that particular planet. As for metal production and crystal production, essentially these come from planets. There again, you click on the mining track and it increases each one. You can also build extractors on metal asteroids or crystal asteroids, but that's generally not recommended. It's not as efficient as doing it on the planets. In Stellaris, your economy has several rare resources: volatile moles, exotic gases, rare crystals, living metal, zero, dark matter, and nanites. Some of these can be created using the factories on planets, and some of them can't. Some have to be extracted from asteroids. For example, on my home planet of Unity, I've got a chemical plant that produces volatile moles, and I've got an exotic gas refinery that produces exotic gases. In Stellaris, you can also increase resource production by building mining facilities. If you scroll out, you can see systems where they have unexploited resources. You hover over the system, you get a breakdown of everything. So like in this example, I have a system with unexploited exotic gases. So I can click in there, I can send a construction ship here to build a mining facility to get the exotic gases. Sometimes that's the only way I can get a rare resource like zero or dark matter. In some cases, I can build something on a planet to produce it. In Sins 2, exotics are represented up here. There are 5 of them. The way you get them at the beginning of the game is to explore planets. As you survey a planet, when the survey's done, you'll gain some exotic resources. Eventually, you run out of planets to survey, and you'll run out of exotic resources. So the other way to do it is, once you gain the research, you can build exotic refineries at your planets. The nice thing about these is, as you build stuff that needs them, like a capital ship, they'll queue up automatically, and depending on how many exotic factories you have is how many you can build at the same time. Something that's important to the economy in Stellaris are the POPs, population. So in Stellaris, you have to have POPs to work every job that's available. In this particular case, I don't have any job available. I've got 4 other pops that are unemployed. If I want to put a priority on a job, I would click it, and that way when something becomes available, they'll go work that job first. Without pops, the jobs don't get worked and resources don't get produced. And Sins 2, there's no pop as such. It's represented more by the commercial track. So that's my comparison of the economies between the 2 games, Stellaris and Sins of a Solar Empire 2. Nothing too deep, but I hope interesting and enjoyable. So until next time, this is Rich from Lone Strategy Games. I'll see you later. Bye.